Welcome back. You're watching our continuing coverage of the hugely exciting poll battle in Punjab. I want to go across now to the Bathinda region. We've got Kamaljeet Sandhu joining us from Lambi, but before that, Manpreet Singh Badal, former Akali Dal leader, switched over, formed his own party, this time joined Captain Amrinder Singh. He's fighting from Bathinda Urban, a tough fight. Let's listen to what Manpreet Badal has to say this morning.
Record Manpreet Badal, the other Badal is here. So what are you really expecting? It's a make or break both for Congress and the Aam Aadmi Party and even for Shivani Akali Dal. What are you really expecting from these elections?
Well, first of all, I want to appeal to all the Punjabis that this right to vote, this came with a lot of physical pain of British batons and bullets. So it was not easy. They must come out and vote. That is number one. Number two, of course, people of Punjab are looking for a change. And that change can only happen with the Congress, because Congress has a leadership with Captain Amrinder Singh and his entire team, and of course, a very, very progressive manifesto or a program to get Punjab out of this rut which Punjab has fallen in.
The real challenge also comes from the Aam Aadmi Party, which has jumped into the fray. They have brought in agenda against the Badals. They've been successfully able to campaign against drugs. This is something even Rahul Gandhi had raised, but this is a baton they have picked up and they have gained majorly in Malwa region. Won't you agree with that?
Well, this is the beauty of democracy. So, I'm not going to actually, count on what you're saying. But people of Punjab, they have always voted for the right party and the right people, and I'm sure this time they will come.
Will you also put Kejriwal as an outsider, as Captain himself has been saying so?
Well, he is an outsider. He's the Chief Minister of Delhi, so he can't be a Punjabi, that's for sure.
What sort of vote favor are you expecting? If there are more number of votes, it will indicate anti-incumbency?
Well, Akali is actually facing a huge defeat, historic defeat. And as we stand in Badal village today, Mr. Badal is going to lose. I'm not an astrologer, I'm not a Jyotishi. But believe you me, on the 11th of March, Mr. Badal is actually losing from Lambi.
But you from Malwa region, will you agree that Aam Aadmi Party has been able to come all the way from Delhi and able to breach the bastion of Badals?
Well, not the bastion of Badals, and I don't think so they've breached any bastion. That's for the people of Punjab to decide.
So it's going to be a historic mandate, you think?
I think it's going to be a historic defeat for Mr. Badal and his party.
It'll be a historic defeat. This is what really Manpreet Badal is saying.
इस बार बहुत बुरी तरह फंसे हुए हैं और ये जमहूरियत का हुस्न है कि वो बोलते हैं कि जो कल तक यहाँ तख्ते नशी था उसे भी अपने खुदा होने का उतना ही यकीन था जो कल के खुदा थे अब ये गिरने वाले हैं
सबसे मुश्किल चुनाव है सीएम बादल के लिए सबसे मुश्किल चुनाव
किसके लिए
सीएम बादल के लिए उनके पूरे पॉलिटिकल करियर का
पहली बार उनको शिकस्त का सामना है
मनप्रीत जी क्या लग रहा है कि मालवा में किस तरह के मुकाबला देखने को आज मिल सकता है
ये तो पंजाब के लोग फैसला करेंगे पर मुकाबला बड़ा दिलचस्प है एक तरफ कांग्रेस की बड़ी एक मुस्तकिल लीडरशिप है कांग्रेस के पास एक पंजाब के लिए बड़ा ठोस एजेंडा है और कांग्रेस का एक पंजाब में एक माजी रहा है एक पास्ट रहा है जब भी पंजाब किसी मुश्किल वक्त में आया तंग वक्त में आया तो कांग्रेस पार्टी ने पंजाब को हमेशा उस दलदल से निकाला है कांग्रेस पार्टी है जिसने पंजाब में भाखड़ा डैम बनाया चंडीगढ़ शहर बनाया खेतीबाड़ी यूनिवर्सिटी बनाई पंजाब को आतंकवाद जब आया था उससे मुक्त कराया पंजाब का कारोबार का पहिया जो फिर एक बार जाम हो गया था वो फिर से चलाया तो कांग्रेस का एक बड़ा पास्ट है और लोग नस्ल दर नस्ल पीढ़ी दर पीढ़ी कांग्रेस से जुड़े हुए हैं देयर इज एन इमोशनल अटैचमेंट विद द कांग्रेस पार्टी
एक सवाल जो 2012 में आपकी पार्टी ने किया पंजाब पीपल्स पार्टी आपको लगता है कि कहीं आम आदमी पार्टी फिर कहीं कांग्रेस को ना रोक दे
नहीं वो आप जो है कांग्रेस पार्टी को रोकने के लिए अभी उसके कांग्रेस पार्टी का रास्ता रोक नहीं सकती और उसकी वजह है कि जो पीपल्स पार्टी का एजेंडा था वो अब कांग्रेस पार्टी के मैनिफेस्टो में हूबहू शामिल हो चुका है और जो बातें आप कर रही है वो उससे कांग्रेस कहीं बढ़ चढ़कर कर रही है
अच्छा आप अपनी सीट के बारे में बता दीजिए थोड़ा सा वहाँ पे क्या स्थिति देख रहे हैं आप डेरे ने सपोर्ट कर दिया है अकाली डेरे का कितना इम्पैक्ट होगा
मुश्किल घड़ी आन पड़ी है तो कोई फिक्र नहीं हमने 100 बार जमाने के भरम तोड़े हैं बहुत आसान सीट है थैंक यू
ऑल द बेस्ट सर
मनप्रीत जी ऑन द वे बैक विल डू इट लाइक
That's Manpreet Badal. erudite, the intellectual in the family, as Ashok just said, and a man who has jumped three bandwagons actually. First with the Akalis, then his own party, the PPP, and this time with the Congress. Amrinder Singh is quite fond of him. There are some in the Congress though who are not. I want to go across now to Jalalabad. Jalalabad is where Sukhbir Singh Badal is fighting the battle of his life because he's up against a strong Congress candidate and he also has to deal with the formidable Bhagwant Mann, the MP from Sangrur. Joining us from there is my colleague Ankit Tyagi. Ankit, Sukhbir Singh Badal facing a tough fight in Jalalabad.
That's right, and Rahul, before as you came to me, I was just speaking to people here, and they said it's not gonna be easy this time. It's a three-corner contest. They were in fact saying that the lead that Sukhbir Badal had last time, it's not going to be repeated this time, and the winner would only be by a very slim margin. Three good contenders here. Sukhbir Badal, the Deputy Chief Minister, known as a shrewd tactician, manager, poll manager. He is contesting from here. In front of him, contesting from the Aam Aadmi Party, is Bhagwant Mann, and it's a prestige battle as far as the Aam Aadmi Party is concerned. I can tell you, Arvind Kejriwal, more than one occasion said that this is the seat that we have to win, no matter what the result in Punjab is. And Ravneet Bittu of the Congress is also a formidable contender. I have with me a few people who have just come out after voting. One first-time voter, पहली बार वोट करके आए हो?
हाँ जी सर.
किस मुद्दे पे वोट करके आए हो?
नशे के मुद्दे पे और पंजाब के जो नौजवान बेरोजगार है उनके मुद्दे पर.
अच्छा सर, आप अभी वोट करके आए हैं. बटन दबाने से पहले क्या सोच के वोट किया?
बस यही है, बस एक तो नशा वाली जो बात चल रही है खत्म होनी चाहिए और जो बेरोजगार फिरते हैं उनको नौकरी मिलनी चाहिए. काम के लिए यही इसलिए वोट किया है.
अच्छा Rahul, the sense also after traveling for almost 15 days in Punjab now, the sense you get is that no matter what the Akali government has been saying so far, drugs remains one of the major issue, and these young people, those who are the first time voters, about 68% people voting in Punjab this time are between the age of 18 and 35. They are the ones who are going to swing it for the winner this time. Whether they are going to put their faith in the Aam Aadmi Party or the Congress, which is led by Captain Amrinder Singh, or whether they are going to go back to the Akalis, that is something that is going to be decided today. A very cold morning, but a steady flow of voters here in Jalalabad.
Make no mistake, despite the fact that the Akalis have been crying themselves hoarse, drugs remain a very important factor in Punjab, and that is one of the big negatives against the Akalis. I want to go across very quickly to Kamaljeet Singh Sandhu. She's got Captain Amrinder Singh. Let's listen to what Punjab the captain has to say.
The die has been cast, the voters have made up their mind, and in some time they will let the world know which way they vote. It's a do and die for both the Congress and the Aam Aadmi Party. We have the captain with us. Sir, it's obviously much more at stake for the Congress Party. You've been out of game for 10 years. How confident are you this time that Punjab voters will put their faith in Congress Party?
I think it is. We are very confident. In fact, the situation is such that in my campaigning, the response we've got is something tremendous across the state, whether it is Majha, Dwaba or Malwa. And from this morning, from the reports that are coming in, voting is going very well. So I think we are definitely going to win.
Sir, it's also one of those contests where you actually are taking on Prakash Singh Badal. You're also taking on Jarnail Singh. You have a competition back home in Patiala itself. Why have you decided to take on Prakash Singh Badal, and why is it so important? Why was this thought?
Listen, as far as Prakash Singh Badal, he's been 5 times Chief Minister. So yes, my fight is with him. Who is this Jarnail Singh? What is his capabilities? You ask somebody when they come, whether you've done a PhD in this or your doctorate in that or something else there. All this chap has achieved is thrown a shoe at Mr. Chidambaram. These are the criteria for...
The captain has defeated Arun Jaitley. You've been a person who's taken risk. You're willing to take on Prakash Singh Badal. He's a 5-time Chief Minister. You yourself are saying, how confident are you that this fight is going to go the Congress way? And is this why you're contesting from 2 seats?
I think in Lambi, people are fed up with the Badals. They have set up these Halka in charges who have really fixed them. There are cases pending against thousands of people. They've looted them. They've taken their lands. They've thrashed people. So whether Badal tries to play the innocent, it's not going to help, because after all, he's the chief minister and the MLA of Lambi, and he should know what's going on in his constituency. Obviously, he's playing acha mainu pata nahi si, that attitude, that's not going to work.
But the Aam Aadmi Party seems to have breached the area of Punjab. From Delhi, they've been able to come here, make a mark. There is a lot of people, especially the Malwa region belt itself, seems to be in for Aam Aadmi Party quite a lot. Now, will this really impact, or you think this is more of a show?
Look, I am Malwa. I am from Malwa. This entire area from Bathinda to Patiala is all Malwa. And this is the area where we have always done well. And I can guarantee you can write it down now, that the Congress party is going to lead in Malwa. And the number 2 and 3 places between Aam Aadmi and this is all a creation of you people in the press. Where is it on the ground? I mean, Malwa starts from Ropar, Ludhiana, all that area. You are bothering about the 3-4 southern districts, and those southern districts are our districts, my districts. My family has been here for 15 generations. We know what those villages are like and what is there, and you can see you shall see.
When the results are out in March, will we see Captain as the Sardar of Punjab, or do you think it's going to be history, and maybe the Aam Aadmi Party, or even for that matter, even though poll surveys are not showing Shivani Akali Dal in the lead, you think it's going to be a game changer? You think?
I think Akali Dal is had it. They'll have to now be fighting for the second position with Aam Aadmi in some places. But overall, I think Aam Aadmi will be second and they will be third. But as far as the Congress is concerned, continuously we have been shown at number 1, and that's our own assessment. I've been 47 years in this game. Surely in 47 years you'll get some feel of the ground.
But what will be the game? We'll really see it in March, whether this man here, the Maharaja, the captain of Congress Party, will lead the Congress Party as a chair, as a person to lead this entire party after being out of power for 10 years. With camera person Pradeep Gupta, this is Kamaljeet Sandhu.
In fact, Captain Amrinder Singh and Prashant Kishore together have run one of the smartest campaigns that the Congress has put together in many years now. Is that something that you'd agree with, Javed? Because the Congress campaign in most states, so much infighting, inability to come together. We went to rallies, for example, the one that we attended in Majita. They had street theatre artists, they had Bhangra, it was like a pop festival, just keeping people engaged. Now, that's usually not the kind of thing that you associate with the Congress rallies. Old mic, not working, it looks like this 1970s film. Punjab was totally different from that sense.
Not just Punjab, even in Uttar Pradesh. He's brought something, he's value added to the Congress, because Congress is stuck in its own ponderous ways. They take a month of Sundays to come to a decision. The way I saw the way he organized Rahul Gandhi's Kisan Yatras, and I don't know, for some strange reason they just decided not to go ahead with it after a point of time, but it was very well organized. And now he's in charge of the joint campaign in Uttar Pradesh of the Samajwadi Party and the Congress Party.
He's also taken over Uttarakhand. So now what is the rest of the Congress going to do? But that's a whole different debate. I want to go across to Lambi. And joining us from there is Kamaljeet Singh Sandhu. Prakash Singh Badal over several days restricted to Lambi. Is that a sense, Kamaljeet, because you've been in the Malwa area now for a long time, that the Badals are rattled, that in their own bastion, they feel they have to go all out to try and ensure that people don't desert them?
Well, Rahul, absolutely. The bastion, it seems, has been breached by the Aam Aadmi Party, and even the Congress is trying its best. Captain Amrinder Singh standing here, he spoke to us very early in the morning before leaving to Patiala. But this is the place to be in. It's one of the most interesting and most fiercest battles that Lambi has ever seen. Now remember, Prakash Singh Badal has stood here for 4 times. He's 90 years old. He's still holding the key to Shivani Akali Dal BJP alliance. But remember, he's been challenged at his home turf. Now this is a fight that everybody's keen on seeing. Now we have gone from village to village, and the votes seem to be simply divided. The Aam Aadmi Party started very well early. We do expect Prakash Singh Badal, if we can just try and show you, the police was obviously checking all the voters who are trying to slowly stream in, cast their vote. But the fact remains that this is where the challenge really lies. The Aam Aadmi Party steadily announced their candidates way earlier than Shivani Akali Dal, way earlier than Congress Party. That's what has given them really the edge. The other part is obviously about how the Aam Aadmi Party has taken them on embezzlement, on drugs, on desecration. Punjab people have been angry. Will Punjab bastion be saved by the Badals is now a big question. But if you can try and show you, there's a steady stream of media. All these people, this is the most hotly contested battles. Prakash Singh Badal being taken on by another Chief Minister candidate, that is of Amrinder Singh. And this is what is going to be very interesting. The other strategy, Rahul, is obviously been that Aam Aadmi Party has challenged both the Congress and Shrimani Akali Dal in a big way. So nowhere do the contestants really go uncontested. We're talking about Jalalabad, Sukhbir Badal and Bhagwan Man Singh in a big tie. This is going to be another hotly contested area.
Kamaljeet, I'll have to come back to you in just a moment because I want to go across very quickly to Patiala. Joining us from there is the local MP from Patiala. Supriya, I hope that you still have him with you. Dharamveer Gandhi, renowned personality in and around Patiala. He used to be in the Aam Aadmi Party, had a bitter falling out with Arvind Kejriwal, walked away. Is he feeling bad now that AAP seems to have so much buzz around it that he left AAP?
Well, yes, I still have Mr. Dharamveer Gandhi. Sir, you left AAP and there is now Aam Aadmi Party's buzz in Punjab. Do you somewhere feel disappointed or do you feel that it was a decision taken in haste?
No, I did not leave AAP. In fact, AAP suspended me because of my serious differences with AAP on the issues on which this party was formed, like intra-party democracy, like Swaraj, like financial and political transparency. I had serious differences with Aam Aadmi Party, so they did not. I did not leave AAP. They in fact suspended me, and they are keeping me in suspended animation.
Right. So, sir, but somewhere, what do you feel? You are in Malwa. You come from the Patiala constituency. You're representing in Lok Sabha. Battle of Malwa. Who's winning? Who's losing? According to you, which is the sense? Who is going to make the government in Punjab?
You see, there's a confused picture all over. In Majha and Zoba, there is relatively heavy hand of Congress and Akali Dal, and whereas in Malwa there is a very tough fight with Aam Aadmi Party, and Aam Aadmi Party is way ahead of both these parties. And but over the developments which have taken over for the last 3-4 days, especially with Dera Hamayat, Dera support to Akali Dal, there may some picture may change, but how much it changes and how much it affects the voting pattern and the final outcome is yet to be seen.
So interestingly, you brought in Dera factor. Dera factor is really huge. There are big Deras who are coming out and asking the supporters to go and vote for a particular party.
Yeah.
How big will be the role of the Deras in this current vote, sir?
Especially in Malwa, Dera is a big factor, but I think this is a wrong tradition. Deras should not get involved in the individual freedoms of voters. They may vote for any party. This is strangulating the democratic right of the people in the name of religion or in the name of Dera Bhakti. I'm against it.
Somewhere, do you feel that Aam Aadmi Party is going to do well in Punjab, or do you feel that no, still the issues that you had raised when you were part of the active part of the party, they still exist in it?
The issues still exist. I have still very serious differences on all the basic issues I raised in the party, which are never addressed to. In fact, I was suspended from the party, and I am being kept in suspended animation for the last 1.5 years.
One party that you have to pick, you think that because you said it's a confused picture, one party which you feel has the edge, which party is that one?
AAP had the edge one or 2 months back, but with the new permutation combinations coming up and few revelations about AAP has make the battle very difficult, and it's very difficult to say at the moment which party is going to form government.
Okay, we're going to leave it there. Thanks, Supriya, for joining us. That was Dharamveer Gandhi, forced to concede that his party, despite him leaving, he says, AAP left me, I didn't. His party, or his former party, is still doing rather well. Asit Jolly, I think Supriya touched upon an important factor, especially in the Doaba region. Now that you've seen Dera Sacha Sauda come out, and a very prominent Dera coming out and saying vote Akali, vote BJP. Some say it's the fear of the CBI. But how much of a factor do you think this Dera support is going to be?
I think the Dera Sacha Sauda specifically in the Malwa is a significant factor in a large number of constituencies. Malwa has 69 of 117 constituencies, as we know, and it's been a factor in the past too. It's helped parties swing the election in the Malwa.
Yeah, but they supported the Congress in 2007 and the Congress lost.
The jury is still out on that, whether they supported the Congress outrightly or not. The DERA somehow conveys its message to its followers. Why I'm saying it's a factor is that DERA supporters, you can see by the success of Gurmeet Ram Rahim Singh's films themselves, they do phenomenally well because every premi, every Sacha Sauda follower goes and watches those films. They take what the DERA says very seriously, and I imagine in elections also this time it'll make a difference.
And in previous instances, they've not been as vocal as they have been this time, Ashok. In previous instances, it was subterranean support. They never put out a call. This time, the political wing has officially put out a press release saying, "Vote BJP, vote Akali."
Yes, it's a alliance in a sense which had been below the surface for the past two elections. But
but Dharamveer had a good point. He said that DERAs ought not to be doing this. If they believe it's a religious cult or a sect, then they just should focus on their spirituality and religion, not do this kind of stuff.
To be honest, religious groups and religious sects, not just in Punjab, have intervened in politics and issued firmans, as it were, to support political parties. Is not unique to. We've seen it in Goa, we've seen it in Kerala, we've seen it elsewhere as well, which is unfortunate, but it's a part of politics. But I don't know, but it will be enough to save the Akalis this time, because the sense of anti-incumbency which we are getting is so strong that it will probably not help.
Okay, so we're
I'd
stepping
like to
into
add something,
yes,
if I may, in line with what Ashok has just said, that DERA supporting the Akalis is going against the deep currents of both parties. It's a superficial, alliance of sorts, because the DERA Sacha Sauda has been built by people who have been spurned by organizations such as the Akali Dal.
No, and the whole desecration instance actually started after the DERA Sacha Sauda's chief Gurmeet Ram Rahim was given a reprieve by the Akali-run SGPC. The Panthik community was so outraged. That's what actually led to these instances.
It has seen a certain rebellion among the Panthik groups, especially more extreme Panthik groups, who moved away from the Akali Dal and moved towards us.
For our viewers, what Gurmeet Ram Rahim, the chief of the DERA Sacha Sauda, had started doing was to dress himself up like Guru Gobind Singh, and that is something that people were very, very upset about. And then the SGPC pardoned him, and that's what had Punjab up in flames in 2015. We'll have a lot more to talk about. I'm told that Bhagwant Maan is joining us. I'm also told that Manohar Parrikar will be joining us from Goa. So